yeah, today I want to spend some time with your portfolios. I got some portfolios for reviewing for my on my Discord channel. So when you want to join the Discord community, you're welcome. You find the link down below in the description. And yeah, of course, like always, like and subscribe and comment if you didn't subscribe already. And yeah, I want to spend some time with. I focus on ArtStation because I think this is the like most common way to present your work online to nowadays. I mean, and yeah, you're welcome to participate in the chat. Please be nice, people. Guys, please be nice because we want to like grow um, as a total, as a community. We want to grow. Okay, so we want to learn a lot, like from other people's work. So please be nice in the chat and in the Discord. I will wait for some people to join because we have just 3 of you. Yeah, however, maybe the people who are I'm reviewing the portfolios, maybe they are not in the chat. So please watch this as a VOD. And yeah, let's start right in. First portfolio I want to review, and I think I will do like 4 portfolios today because it's actually a lot I want to say, and I want to go as deep as I can into it. But please be warned that everything I'm saying here is just from my perspective. Of course, you do not you do not need to like my my opinion, of course, and you do not need to like redo everything what I say to you. Okay, so please draw your own like yeah, your own learnings from this and try to yeah to and try to rework your portfolio here and there. Okay, I think we are like 7 people online. Like I said, watch as a VOD if you want. And like I said, this is everything like from my perspective. Okay, so I don't think that I'm the best artist in the world, and this is how you do things like in your portfolio, of course. Um, and I opened my portfolio as well. So of course I'm struggling with creating my own portfolio as well. So like dividing my things like more realistic stuff and more stylized stuff. So I have everything in one, but I come to this later maybe. Okay, let's start. And of course, I do not want to expose too much the names and the photos of people. That's why or of the artist. That's why I removed the right, on the right here. I removed the photo. Okay, let's start. First portfolio is from Rashat. He sent me his portfolio I think 2 weeks ago or so, and I had a look right away. He was the first one who sent his portfolio, so thank you very much for sharing. And I think, and actually, I know you had just these 3 pieces here, and this one is new. That's why I was when I was preparing for this, I was thinking like, oh, this is new. This is very like I want to see this. But first thing I do is I mimic here right now, I'm mimicking like a art director. I was, as a senior artist, I was asked from my art director, or from the lead artist, like, hey, we have a new, I mean, back then, when I was working in the studio, he told me like, hey, we have a new guy there, new application. What do you think? And I, as a senior artist, I was reviewing some portfolios. So what we actually did always is like watching for the strongest and weakest artworks in the portfolio. This was the first step we have like done always. And actually, I think every art director is doing this, because mostly they have not really much time for reviewing, and they will not interpret your stuff. Okay, so they are always watching for your strongest and your weakest artwork. That's why let's watch and identify what is the strongest and what is the weakest. To my opinion, like I said, I know you are a student and you're studying right now. Oh, yeah, let's first have a look at the about section. This is what I wanted to, because wanted to watch on at first. Yeah, because the first person who sees your portfolio is actually a HR manager. And when you send just this page, like your portfolio from Artstation, then the HR manager is always looking first in the about section. He is not watching your portfolio actually, because he has no clue about what's going on here. He is not an artist. The HR manager is always looking first in the about section. And what I noticed, you are writing that you are a 3D artist, and this is really, really good to be honest, and to focus on one aspect. Many people are focusing on 2 or 3 aspects, like 3D artist and 2D artist and this stuff. And you mentioned that you are a 3D artist. I would say like I would add something like your level. Are you a student? Sorry for my shitty writing. I'm using here a like overlay. It's a little bit wonky, but anyway, I want just hit some notes here. Are you a junior? Yeah. Or a, I don't know, mid-level artist, or a senior. I would add this always here, like you are, I think you are a student. So this is why I would add like student 3D artist. This gives the like the HR manager directly an info what is he like getting here. Okay, so when you are a junior, then focus, or when you are a student, then tell I am a student and I'm watching for a like internship, or like I want to help you with something, but I am a student. Okay, so this is the first thing, and I would add here student 3D artist. And the second thing, I would remove these contract and freelance like panels here. Okay, please remove these, because as a student you are not open for contract or freelance. Okay, so this is very, very important to focus more on full-time employment. As a like, here is no like internship. This would be cool when Artstation would add this, but internship is similar to a full-time employment. So I would I would say just full-time employment, no contracts, no freelancing, okay? And then your skills. Um, character modeling is totally fine. Texturing, environment design is a little bit like I want to tell something like, and you are repeating actually like character modeling and 3D modeling. You're repeating a little bit. I would say more like just modeling and remove this, okay? Because your portfolio shows what you are modeling and your skill set is just modeling, okay? This is my preferred like term here. Modeling, you can add sculpting, yeah, whatever you consider as a yeah, skill, you can write it here. And design is a little bit is a little bit like strange, because in every like in every language, design means a little bit different, something different. Okay, like I can say from Germany, from the German language, I can say like we call ourselves in Germany not 3D artists, we call ourselves 3D designers, because we are designing like 3D objects from 2D drawings or like photos, images, whatever. Okay, so design means in every language something different. Okay, and design in like Germany, or maybe in English as well, means actually concept design. Okay, so this is a little bit tricky here. I would remove like environment design here, because this means actually concept design. Concepting or design is a little bit like similar, more similar to each other than 3D art. So I hope this doesn't confuse you. I want just to do something like here, like marking for you. Okay, so I would more go for modeling, texturing, sculpting, rigging, animation, and this stuff. Okay, more basic or more like, yeah, more basic stuff here. Not too specific. I mean, character modeling, environment modeling, props modeling, whatever. Okay, so do not be a little bit more vague here. Then your software skills are, yeah, is okay to I mean, it's cool to mention that you already worked in these software packages. What I am not sure about Toolback actually, because Toolback is not like a skill set which you need. I of course didn't use Toolback for I think like 10 years or so, and maybe Toolback is capable of more things right now, but actually in my time, Toolback was more like a rendering tool, okay, preview rendering. So it's to my opinion, it's not necessary when you have, I know Toolback is capable of baking and like texture work nowadays, but you can, after actually you are mentioning that you are working in 3D Painter, in Substance 3D Painter, so it's not necessary to mention both actually. And maybe like old people like I am will look at like Toolback like a rendering tool, not as a baking tool. But decide on your own if maybe I'm wrong here, and you can decide on your own if you want to keep Toolback here. Okay, let's move on with your portfolio. Like I said, a art director is actually always watching for the strongest and the weakest artwork. And and yeah, when you ask me, I identify your strongest here and your weakest here. Okay, this one. And it's actually showing, like, I know what you want to do as a student. You want to show like, hey, I'm trying out things, and it's totally fine. But when you want to apply for a job as a junior or as a senior, maybe, uh, I mean, not you, I would consider yourself as a student, but maybe you want on Sunday for everybody out there, if you want to apply as a maybe senior or as a mid-level artist, I would remove student things from here. Okay, so I know what you want to show here. Like, you want to show an improvement in this direction. Okay, this is your newest, this is your oldest, and you improved over time. I know that, but a like art director or a normal person would watch it actually from here to there. Okay, because we are reading like in this direction. And mostly actually many art directors are watching just for the weakest. Okay, not the strongest. They see the strongest and say like, okay, this is like standard, but what is he capable of like doing? What kind of um, quality is he capable to do over several like projects? Okay, so he is watching like, okay, this is not this is all right, and then he is watching for the like weakest, and the weakest is this one, I think, because like of the because of the lighting. Actually, the weakest point here is the lighting. It's too dark, it's like not friendly enough. It's darker than this one, it's less friendly. I mean, with friendly, I know this is like a forest, like you want to put your player in a like creepy environment and stuff. But most I think most like stylized characters or stylized games are not in a creepy environment like this. Okay, so I would say 99% of all stylized games are more in a friendly environment or in a friendly like yeah, situation. And this is not showing a friendly but a very very dark um, environment. I know, or I saw, and I go into this project. I saw that you have actually a more friendly version here, like this, and I think this is more stronger than the other one. So please, if you want to show this piece, please show more of this light situation. Okay, um, and I would say remove this one because it's not working. It's like I said, it's too dark, and yeah, it has a little like focus. It's of course focused on this portal here, but I mean focus, and it doesn't have highlights actually. But this one has more highlights. What I wanted to say, like uh, here, I think this one, actually the wireframe is not working here, not very good, because it's actually not like low poly enough to show it. Okay, so the viewer will see like this is very low poly, but these are not low poly, and I have no idea like what do you want to show here. Okay, because actually when you are showing your portfolio, you want to show with every single piece, and I come to this later as well on other portfolios. When you show new artworks in the same, I mean here, you want to show always like a new information, okay? And the new information here is actually, I have no idea what you want to show, okay? Is it really low poly? Or is it a like high poly modeling? And yeah, this image is not strong enough, not clear enough what you want to show. So I wouldn't show like wireframes like this. I would show more like wireframes like this one, like this. Okay. More of this and less of this. Okay. Same thing here. I know you want to show like an assembly, but the light is very, very dark, and it's not showing your pieces in a like positive lighting situation like this one. Okay, so I think this one is more strong. And then the same thing here. Okay, you have a really low poly like portal here, but you have a very, very high poly, dense polygon count on this pillar. That's why this image is more confusing for the viewer. Okay, and it's not showing like a new information. It's showing a new information, but it's showing the wrong information. Then your ZBrush sculpts, like refining, is okay. You can show it like this, but I wouldn't show it with gradient. Please do not use this gradient here. On your piece here is no bending happening. Like bending is when the gradient is dividing into like sections. This is not happening here, but still I would not use this gradient from ZBrush because it's always looking like amateurish. By the way, I have a tool for rendering, preview rendering. So check it out on my Gumroad or on my Artstation channel. You can download it there and give it a try and present your high poly sculpts in a more like more grounded, more presentable way, more interesting way. And like I said, this gradient is always looking very amateurish. So let's see further. Yeah, you're showing more of your high poly stuff, and it's absolutely okay. With every, like I said, with every like image, you're showing more information. But I would remove like this down here. I mean, the portal is usable as a low poly like presentation. This one is usable as a low poly presentation, and this one needs a little bit more interesting lighting, more friendly lighting, more like this. Okay, let's see. Let's move on to the other one. And like I said, I'm moving actually. Like I said, the art director will watch for the weakest one and the strongest one, and watch actually the weakest one first. And you want to prevent like showing the weakest at the first at first. Okay, so yeah, like I said, maybe I'm repeating a little bit, but I want you to realize what it's very, very important is not showing from your perspective your work, like I'm improving here. There is improvement here. Okay, this is not what you want to show. Actually, you want more to show like I'm spending time with characters, with environments and whatever props. Okay, and not an improvement, because this is not something a art director is actually want. Actually, this is not something what an art director wants to see. An improvement is not like, he doesn't need to see an improvement. He wants to see a like, are you able to do like characters or props or environment? This is the most important thing. Okay, the next one. This is, of course, everything here is student stuff, student related. So um, I would recommend you to I have some questions in the chat. Let me finish here and I will come to your questions. Actually, Sagat is in the chat. Hey, welcome. You can, of course, you are a loyal audience. I don't know who is behind the name Sagat. So when you want, of course, you can share your stuff on Discord as well. And Bobby Ion is in the chat as well, and he is asking if I'm living in America. And no, I'm living in Europe, in Germany. Okay, let's spend some time with these characters here. And yeah, here I just want to say I like the front view, the back view, and the like 3/4 view, but on a very, very dark like background, I would not use like black as a background. Please use something like in a color or neutral, like very dark gray when you want, but no, not black, because it's like you see it actually on your portfolio. This one is like drawing attention because it's very good lit. It has a light environment here, but these ones are a little bit like too dark. I mean, this is not pleasing your artwork, to my opinion, and this one as well. Then I know this one is a game project, and it's absolutely cool to show game projects in your portfolio right away. Like as a student, you show that you are actually interested in games, and you are showing like, here are my characters from like which I did. This is a fan art game, fan game, whatever, indie game, and you can download it and play it. So I think it's totally cool to show this. However, like I said, please do not show your characters on a like black environment, black background. The other one, I'm going like in the direction you wanted to show. I want to show your best work at the okay, your name is Victor as well. Cool. Yeah, right. I wanted to show you your work like you wanted to show it, and not, I mean, I do a mixture between what I wanted to see and what you wanted to show actually. And you wanted to show like an improvement, and I want to show your improvement as well. But like I said, an art director will watch on like the best and worst, and some in the middle. He will not see everything in your portfolio. Here as well, a dark environment. Please add a like a vignette or a like more interesting something should happen here, and you should actually show some kind of light. Here is some kind of light hitting the face from, I would say mostly from the left. So show here a little bit more light. I mean, like a vignette, which is like revealing some lighting here. But overall, it's pretty cool. What I would not do is, I want to zoom out. Now it's working. Okay, I want to zoom out and show something like with every, I would say with every piece, you're showing something new. This is actually not showing something new here. Like this art piece here is not showing too much new, like new things from this one. That's why I would not like show my piece in slight, like slight different directions like this. I would show more like the final one, like this, the final one, and then I would go on. I always have to switch the buttons here to navigate and to write over. That's why it's a little bit like annoying sometimes. Okay, and yeah, like I said, it's showing actually again and like a worse lighting situation, and it's something you want to avoid, like showing a worse version of the better art piece. Okay, so please remove these kind of like versions of your art pieces because they are actually not showing new information. They are showing your piece in a some kind of worse version. Okay, this lighting here is better. I mean, it's a little bit overdone here on the cheeks, but you are trying to render. You have some like rim lighting and some art, or yeah, some art direction here, which is pretty cool. But like I said, here this one is not showing like new information. It shows your piece in a some kind of worse version, as a worse like lighting situation. And this one as well, I would use for like preview rendering or like matcap rendering. I would use just a matcap material when you want like this has a strange light coming from below, from there, and that's why it's lighting your piece like frontal, and it's creating this very creepy look on him. So please use here for this type of previews just a matcap material if you want to present it like in a gray version or whatever. Okay, and your last work, your best work, I think, and I want to say like, please, in the future, I want to like revisit your portfolio and your profile, and please, I want to see next time only things in this quality, because this quality is very good. Okay, I don't know how much experience you have. Or by the way, I wanted to add something to the about section. Please add like when you have the chance to add like your experience, and please add how much experience you have. Like in 2020, I started studying, and I am self student or whatever. Please add this here down below. Like I can show it on my portfolio. Like I added here my experience. Okay, when I was studying there, what kind of experience I have here, whatever. Okay, and on a student portfolio, it's of course just one or two pieces. But please add when you started learning 3D. And the second thing is a summary. Please write like a short summary about yourself, like in 3, 4, 5 sentences. This is something I wanted to add here. Back to the portfolio. Yeah, like I said, I want from you from now on, and I will revisit your portfolio maybe someday. And I want only things in this quality. Like, please, when you have enough of these, like 5 or 10 or maybe 15 in a half a year or whatever, please, I want just see these and remove these ones. Okay, because these are showing like student stuff, and this is really good. Maybe it's from a tutorial, I don't know. I think I saw a artwork from this, a 2D artwork. Maybe I'm wrong, but maybe you did it from a tutorial. It doesn't actually matter. I think as a student you can add tutorial pieces in your portfolio. As a junior artist, as a mid-level artist, or even especially as a senior artist, I would never add any tutorial pieces in my portfolio. This has many reasons. I will share it with you someday, but not today. However, this is really top notch, and I love it actually. This is why I would say please do things only in this style from now on, because this is really good. But you have some pieces here, some things I want to mention, and this is the blade here. Just a small thing. Like the blade is too thick. I would thin it down. You can do it like in this piece actually. You do not have to rework your baking or your textures. Just grab this thing and just squeeze it down. And the blade on the other side as well. You see it's a little bit too thick, or much too thick actually. Okay, so it should be at least one third of this. Okay, so please squeeze it down. But overall, it's very good, well made. And what I wanted to mention here is, like I said, here please use a standard matcap here on this piece, because it's like it's showing some shading problems here, and I'm not sure why. That's why I would say please use here only a standard matcap material. And this one is not a low poly actually. I can show you how a low poly should look like. Let me see how I do it. I do it on my second screen quickly. Hello. I can write. Yeah, this one I wanted to show. I hope you can see it. When you type in like low poly fantasy X, you will find it. This is a low poly piece. Okay, please do not show like wireframes like this because it's actually not low poly. Mostly pieces like this, like props like this, are used in on mobile games, on games like, I don't know, like top-down games. The poly count is really, really, really low. Like, I don't know, 100 or 300 polygons here. Okay, so please show either no no wireframe or a like baked low poly wireframe. And this one I would not show either because when I saw it first time, I was a little bit confused, and this is a in between, but you are telling this, oops, this is a this is a low poly, okay, but I was a little bit confused, like, oh, this is low poly, like retopologized, and I thought like, ah, no, it's actually a not a low poly version, it's a in between. Okay, so you can of course show like in betweens, like WIP 1, WIP version 2 and 3 and 4, whatever. Okay, so you can show them, but this is actually not a low poly, it's an in between. So please do not confuse your, like, the person you are Shonk has a question. Yeah, but like I said, it's a like um, it's a little bit confusing for a viewer, for a art director, if you show like an in between and call it low poly, or a low poly like this one, which is actually not a low poly. Okay, this is it for your portfolio. I hope this helps you for the future. And I want to move on to the next one. And I have a question von Schonk. He's asking if portfolio review is a part of of my Patreon tier. Yes, and actually, yeah. But like I said, here is not a like, I'm not doing here a portfolio review into depth. Like on my Patreon, I'm doing like more into depth. I'm giving like more information. And actually, this is some kind of a goodie from me to you guys. I will do it like, I don't know, like every end of the month or so. I review some portfolios, like chosen ones. Okay, I will not review everything. I will just, this is a goodie from me. Okay, just a giveaway, like from me. Like you are learning what I'm offering you on my Patreon, and of course on Patreon I'm going actually more into depth, and I'm on Patreon I'm not doing just portfolio reviews. I'm doing actually coaching and feedback. Um, you're welcome. Yeah, actually, I'm giving feedback on single pieces, like how to improve your artwork, like this or this. Okay, so like I said, this is just a for your loyalty, for when you are loyal to my yeah channels, to my Discord, to my YouTube. This is just a giveaway from me. And Sandy Moon. Oh, let me grab a some water. You're welcome. This is super informative. Thank you very much. I hope I can like bring some uh, yeah very valuable information to you guys. And I want us together as a community to grow together. Okay, so I grow as a teacher, and I train my English. I train my like Rashat, welcome to the chat. You're welcome. Like I said, I really, really like your last piece here. Okay, so please do only things in in this style and in this quality actually. Yeah, let's move on to the second one. I think I think the name is Cayenne or Cheyenne. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. I hope I pronounced it good enough actually. Okay, let's move on, or let's jump into the about section first. And you are mentioning you are a junior artist, junior character artist at a studio, which is pretty cool. To mention it, that you are already working in a studio, and like I said on Rashat, let me Rashat, please write down here below, like, or it's in between. I don't know. Like I think it's somewhere in between. Um, what is your like? What is your experience as a student and your experience as a junior artist? Um, when did you start, and um, when did you your start your learning as a student? Here as well, you are already in this studio. That's why you are, if you are open for something new, you are actually open for, this is the question, okay? You are open, or you are working in a studio. Are you open for hiring? Are you open for like both? Or are you open for just one? This is a little bit like when you want to use your portfolio as a like application. This is slightly confusing for a I mean for a studio. What do you actually want? Okay, character modeling, character design. I want to have a look at the design aspect a little bit, because you are doing some concept design. Um, to be a little bit more specific, I would say concept design, or yeah, concept without design. Character animation, maybe rigging. Do you do your rigs yourself? Or I saw some game, like game in-game videos from on your page. Maybe there is something like, do you do like game design or game? Yeah, something game related, game related skills maybe. Okay, so please watch for these if you have these skills. Of course, you do not have to, but maybe you have. And then, yeah, you are you. This one I was asking myself, this is a like for 2D animation, and I was asking myself, are you doing 2D animation? Like divide your portfolio some kind of in 2D and 3D if you really want. Actually, I would not recommend this to like divide your portfolio. As a 3D artist, you will show your portfolio should show only 3D things. If you are doing both, and if you are a junior or a student, it's totally fine, but on some point you should actually remove 2D from your 3D portfolio. Like I always say, I am not a 2D artist, even if I draw a little bit. And I like drawing, and I drew in my student time a lot, but yeah, I'm not showing 2D stuff in my 3D portfolio. Okay, so please ask yourself where you want to go actually. And here as well, identify your weakest and your strongest first. And when I see this banner, I see already you did some identification, like your strongest and your weakest. Actually, I would say like, and I say it directly, this is your, I would say this is your strongest. This one is strong as well. This one is okay, is fine. And this one is the weakest. And I always would like when you are applying to a studio, I would remove the weakest parts. Like I have in my portfolio, I have removed, I don't know, like I have in total like 200 projects on my, I mean, I did about 200 projects or so, but I removed most of my projects because they are not strong enough. They are not telling the viewer my current skill set, because your portfolio should actually show your current skill set. This is very, very important. Not your not your studies, your current skill set. That's why I would remove this one, and I show you why. Here, for example, you have stronger pieces. That's why I would remove it. Like the face, the anatomy of the face is a little bit off and a little bit strange. Like her. I mean, there are of course people who are looking like this, but actually the lower part of the face is a little bit too much coming out, and that's why she is, and the eyebrows are a little bit like too too much squeezed together. That's why she is looking in the face a little bit strange. Then the arm pose is a little bit creepy like this. She is like I don't know. She is pointing, I know, but she is pointing in a strange way, and of course the arm is like missing, and it's actually chopped off. Okay, so that's why it's a little bit creepy, and of course the folds are not correct. And I know this is like a student piece. That's why I say on some point you should remove every of your student stuff, student pieces. Let's watch further. Like, yeah, you have here in betweens which are showing the process. It's totally fine to show this, to show them, but here again, do not show this default like gradient here from ZBrush. And the painting, of course, is not like holding up some kind of standard. Okay, that's why I would actually remove this piece. And your process here, and like I said, we are always proud of our like pieces we did before, and I'm proud of my pieces, but I removed at least, I don't know, three, like how to say, like 80% of my pieces I removed from my portfolios or from my profiles. I have some like on Instagram. I do not use Instagram as a portfolio. That's why my Instagram is like filled with old stuff and whatever. But in a portfolio should only be like um, your current skill set. And what I notice on many portfolios, especially on beginner portfolios, is that beginners or like juniors, students are actually showing too much. Okay, and the same thing, like it's decreasing actually the quality. Okay, when you go from above to below, it's decreasing the quality. Okay, and as a art director, I have to scroll a lot to know about your like pieces. Okay, I have to go up and down always and watch for okay, what is his like current state. And you are like I said, most beginners or most students, junior artists, are showing actually too much. Okay, your skill set should be visible on the first page here. Okay, and then when I want, as a art director, when I want to know more about it, I go there and I watch like more information. But actually, this high poly model is not containing a lot of information. That's why actually I think that like 2 or 3 pieces here are totally fine. Do not overblow your portfolio with many images of the same thing, because they are not providing more information. But let's see your second one. This is pretty cool, actually. I would show like, I think I prefer this view as a first view, like an overview of the full character, not just the faces. What I saw here, it's just like a modeling tip. The ear is penetrating the hair, which is strange. Okay, so maybe you can change it. Like I said, I would like prefer this one. Whoops. This one first. Okay, this image here. Then what I noticed, like you're repeating the information. This is why it's a little bit like, yeah, tiring sometimes to watch like beginner portfolios. They are showing not new information. Okay, they are repeating information. That's why I would actually show just one turnaround and the full body, not too much like of the like not too narrow to the face. I know the face is very important for a character, and maybe you can show you the face a little bit later in a close-up. Okay, like this one. But first thing, like this character is small like this on the screen. I know because you share like the gameplay like there, and actually the full body is more important than the close-ups. Okay, what I noticed here again, something technical. The throat is a little bit too wide to the back, and it's producing a lot of space here. So please watch there if you want to rework this one. And the wireframe is a little bit strange. Like you have a lot of like polygon density on the hands, but you have really big polygon chunks on the like there. I mean, on a game like this, actually the hands do not have to be this detailed. Okay, this much polygons. That's why it's a little bit the wireframe is a little bit strange here and there. And the same thing, I think. Yeah, like it's building somewhere like really sharp edges like this one. But I mean the chunks, the polygon chunks, the polygon pieces are the polygon itself are sometimes too big and sometimes too small here on the hand. And like this poly loops are not making sense here. So please watch for a good like flow on the poly loops. This is what I wanted just to mention from a like technical aspect. Cheyenne is in the chat. Yeah, welcome. This is I think your like texturing workflow. You can write it down like texturing workflow. I don't know exactly if this is really important information, like how you work. Actually, how you work is less important than what are you working on actually. So the workflow you are using here, there is not much information. I was confused a little bit like, oh, are these in-betweens? Because I do not see like I see a like standard shader here, and I see okay, this is the final one, but I don't see like very much improvement in between here, or like I mean from here to there, or from here to there. Okay, I do not see a lot. That's why, and maybe you can like write it down what you did here. These are in betweens, or what kind of like here is like dark shades coming in. Here are light shades coming in. So write it down a little bit like a story. I hope this information is helpful for you guys to improve. Then the quality of this one is a little bit off. When I see just the face, I mean the body is totally okay for a student, for example, but the face is not showing the actual face. That's why I was confused here as well, because this face is different than this one. I think there is a huge difference between them, these. Okay, so like I said, always from piece to piece, whoops, from piece to piece, I want to actually show more information. Okay. Here on the animation, you have some clipping there, and it shows actually that you have a real body underneath and a cloth piece over it, on top of it. But it's actually for this kind of character, it's not actually needed. Okay, so please watch for like models like Hades, how they are made. Actually, they do not have a real body underneath. When you are sculpting, modeling, then of course you need some volume there. But when you finish your piece, please remove these parts of the body and merge them with the clothing together to avoid like clipping and of course too much polygons. This is how you um, yeah, avoid too much polygons on these pieces. But actually the show how your animation and how you're presenting here is really, really cool. And this, I think this kind of video should actually appear at second. I already told it at second. This, okay, this kind of video. I mean, let me show. I wanted to show it in Photoshop, like rearrange, but it was too much work. But I hope you get it, what I mean. I would show this one at first, and the next one actually in action. Okay, this one should come at second, and this like in betweens and your workflow is actually not really important. So do not add too much information. Information is good, but too much information is tiring a little bit. Then your 2D pieces. And this is what I meant, like you have to decide on some point in your career if you want to be a 2D artist or a 3D artist. Mostly it doesn't go hand in hand. Most people are not capable of creating like 2D and the same quality 3D. Okay, so please decide on in your career on some point if you are a 2D artist or a 3D artist. And I think your 3D pieces are stronger than your 2D piece here. It's of course just one I'm seeing here, but I think, and of course for this project you did it and it's totally fine. And you show it that you did it. But yeah, like I said, do not focus too much on 2D because you are spending a lot of time to show like in betweens of 2D. And when you are applying as a 3D artist, actually, when I would run a studio, I would actually do not care because I have a 2D artist already there, or I'm watching for a 2D artist. Yeah, and like I said, I love this one. Okay, do not get it wrong. You can show, of course, like your abilities for concept like thinking, but and like I said, I love this chart here. It shows like really a like you're doing these how are they called, like silhouettes or more detailed silhouettes, and then you are planning like how your character is working. But I was confused a little bit because your final piece, I mean, you show like here, this is in color, okay, and this shows like, oh, this is the final piece, but actually this one looks more like the final piece. That's why I was a little bit confused, like why is this in color and this one not in color. It's just like giving information quickly, because like um, most art directors do not have too much time to analyze, and when they are confused, then you are out actually. This is just a tip from me. Like I said, these pieces here, this one should come a little bit earlier. Of course, it's a good idea to finish your like presentation with a good piece. That's why it's like I do it always like this. I show my final piece. I show some in betweens, like one or two, on one chart, and then I show like a I can show maybe on my what I wanted to say, like I show like the full character, then it's loading. yeah, the full character, like the final piece, like the final full body character, then some in betweens, inspiration, and then like a new piece, not just a turnaround, like just a slight turn. It's a complete new piece, okay, a complete new artwork. And I'm ending the presentation with some kind of banger. Okay, so I want to show like a new or I don't know how to call it, but this is like how I do it personally, that I start with the final piece. I'm not showing too much like slight turns, just like the high poly, then inspiration, and then I close I close the presentation with a banger. So you did it the same way, but actually for me, it's a little bit too much. Like I said, of course, it's a huge project you're showing here, but maybe you can remove your here as well. Okay, identify what is your weakest and what is your strongest point here, and identify. I would say this is this is weak or weaker. Maybe this one is a little bit weaker than these. So yeah, provide new information and identify your weakest points. This one is really, really strong. I like it a lot. Here as well, a little bit less information. I mean, this is just a slight turn here, okay? I wanted to zoom out to show a little bit more, but I hope you get what I mean. So this is just a slight turn here, and it's not providing more information. Actually, on renderings like this, you are providing every information in one piece. This is my information, and then my like process a little bit. But like I said, you are not providing more information about this character from piece to piece. So it's getting a little bit tiring. And then you're providing a turnaround. It's totally cool, but I would actually not do like here again the same information. From the back is pretty cool to show it like you did the hair. And then again a new turnaround, but you are not providing more information. Okay, so a little bit less information. What I would not show on after student time, I would not show any user interfaces of programs. Like this is like the curves of Blender are actually user interface pieces, and I would actually not show them. I would not show the process because most art directors are not caring about the process itself. How you do things is your yeah, less is more, exactly. How you do things is actually not very important. Important is that your outcome shows your process. Okay, so like low poly modeling, texturing, baking, show textures. Of course, you can show textures if you want, but like user interfaces like this, I would not show it. And here again, then here, like I said, you are not providing a lot more information. So you can show it in a like in a madcap gray, like I do it as well here on Sagat, for example, like this. Okay, here more drama, like more contrast on a female piece. You can use less less contrast, so it's totally fine. But and I like this view here. But like I said, it's not providing a lot more information. And yeah, like I said here, do not show user interface things. Okay, and I would just show this on one shot, on one image. Okay, and that's why you can remove actually pretty much this one, these ones. Okay, so less is more, like I said in the chat. Let's see your final piece. By the way, I like it that your strongest piece is not the first one. Um, maybe I come to this on another portfolio, but I would prefer, like, I'm watching as a art director or whatever, I'm watching like directly on my screen. So I want actually the strongest piece in the center. Okay, not necessarily at first. I want your strongest piece and the center. Okay. I have to watch this emoji there. I hope he is not flipping off a finger. Okay, the last one, or your newest one, I think. So there is no need to build a hierarchy. Okay, this is my first one, this is my second one, or this is my improvement. It's not necessary, to my opinion. When you show everything like at once, this shows your current state. I like this one a lot. It has very, very strong details first, and it has very, very strong like texturing. I'm not, maybe you could like rework or add some details to the hair. I come to this later. And by the way, I prefer to show like my inspiration or my or the original artwork. um, like I like to show it like this, okay, like a summary of where I drew my inspiration from, because I cannot expect everyone to know who Sagat is or who this particular character is. Okay, so please provide information about the original artwork. I don't know if you have it. No, yeah, exactly. Is this your like character? Did you design it, or is it from a, yeah, art piece from another person? But like I said, I like it. I would add some details to the hair. And this one is pretty cool because you're showing like a flip-flop video here, not just a boring turnaround. It's some kind of unique touch on it. Uh, the face is a little bit like or not too masculine. It's a little bit too hard, actually, especially on, maybe you can watch again, like on this, like here. And I think the nose is okay, but I think there is too much contrast on the nose. So these two pieces, I think you could like rework it, work it, and then it will be, I think it will be better. But I like the environment, and maybe you do some environment work, and please provide it like I do environment work as well here on this piece. I love this environment. I like a lot that you are setting your character into an like living environment and show where she lives, where she is coming from, and this stuff. So it's very, very powerful to put your pieces into a environment. Um, This chart, I love it because you're showing like a lot of information on one piece, on one chart. Okay, it's not going like vertical, it's going more horizontal because most screens are horizontal. And that's why this is really, really strong to present your work like this, not in a vertical like on the like on this piece. I have to scroll a lot to get my information. That's why I told like this one is better. Okay, and here we have a very, very good example for this. Okay, the sculpting is really good. The texturing, baking is really good. The wireframe is, I would say I do not have any points here. Maybe some, I try to go more into detail. Maybe some, like this one is a little bit more optimized, but it has still these edges, but this one is really, really dense. So please optimize it a little bit more. Okay, watch for more optimization, like here as well, this edge here. Okay, or this edge here. For games, it's not necessary to have this type of edges here, or maybe I see it, or maybe you see it here. I think there is a an edge which is not optimized. So I would optimize it a little slightly more, or like here, these edges here, like this or this. So please watch for optimization a little bit more. This one, I mean, like this summary of your maps is pretty cool to show. I like the presentation in general, that this is actually a part of this image. And your information, like so many polygons here, there's many polygons on the character. It's totally fine to do it. Like optimization here as well. Let me show you. Like there. Slightly more like optimization needed, and maybe on these parts. Yes, Frankie is asking, these loop cuts are not necessary. Yes, for low poly, this is not necessary to have these loop cuts. Too many. I mean, of course, for holding like a specific volume or so. Actually, low polygon or low poly recreation is more about volume and less about like yeah, it's actually more about volume, holding volume. Rashat is asking if he should put mid-level or student into your bio. I would say student because for a junior or mid-level, especially for mid-level, it's you have not enough pieces. your final piece is really good, like I said, good designed, but you have not enough, like you have not enough experience for a mid-level, especially for a junior. You should decide on your own how much experience you actually have, but show your experience with more pieces. Okay, and here is how the shading is working. Okay, you can have it like this. I mean, as long it's like as long it's uh like as long as I'm not bored from new information, you can show it. You can show more information. And I think like there is like a thin line between here are more in betweens, your process on like I said, on a good piece like this, on a very good piece like this, you can show it, like I said, not too much. Please watch for optimization in this like presentation. Is it necessary to show the in-betweens? Maybe you are showing on your in-between something which you actually do not want to show, okay? Like a lack of know-how about the anatomy or so. Okay, so please watch if you want to show or not the in-betweens. Sometimes they are not in your favor. And of course, very, very cool, a like 3D presentation on Sketchfab. I love it. Actually, I do it too little on my own. I would love to have the time to show more of my pieces like this, but it's actually pretty cool to have it in your portfolio. Yeah, here is a little bit too much optimization. This is something you have to know about, that an art director will actually watch from every single angle, and he will see that you are missing a leg there. Okay, so please watch for these, for this as well, for this stuff, that like I said, a art director will watch it. And like here, how did you close it? I think it's closed. Is it too much or is it too little? I don't know. Like it depends, of course, on the game. Here it's fine. Like you have this arm sticking in the glove. Like when you provide this kind of piece, like the art, the 3D model, it's a huge plus actually, because the viewer or the art director can watch your work like really, really close. Yeah, it's very well done. Like I said, just watch for, whoops, just watch for like holes, some kind of holes here, and of course the leg, that there is a not a hole there. Yeah, okay, but it's really, really strong to show it. Okay, this is it. I had two portfolios today. I'm not sure if I can, let me watch. Of course, I want to give everyone like enough time here. This one is a little bit longer. I think I think this is it for this episode. Um, I took some time for you guys to give you information and tips. I think I will do it like this, like 2 or 3 portfolios in a month. Um, you're welcome. You're welcome. And I will revisit your pieces. I mean, when you have enough like Rajat and Cheyenne, when you have enough like when you have a new character or like new pieces in your portfolio, please repost your portfolio if you want. If you think like, hey, I have enough stuff, done enough stuff, new stuff, and I need or I want to have a new review, you can repost your portfolio, of course. And I will like I have this list, and I will revisit portfolios here and there maybe. But yeah, actually, I think this is enough for today. And next month, by the end of the month, I will review 2 other portfolios. Yeah, if you do not have any questions, are you going to do this every Monday? No, once a month, I will visit your portfolios. Once a month at the end of the month. But please watch on Discord. Join my Discord if you want to be informed when I do like the portfolios or when I do something different. I can show you maybe. Yeah, like I think I showed it last time. You get a lot of information, like new information or job information. I watch for jobs, of course, and I share them on Patreon, on Discord. If you want to support me, there is my Patreon page, and I will share, like I said, on Discord. I'm sharing like something which is inspiring, like jobs, like portfolio things, like in betweens, web images, web projects, which the community can like communicate about it, give you tips maybe, and yeah. You're welcome, guys. Okay, great. Um, yeah, thank you for being here. Thank you for discussing. I hope you appreciate or I hope you like my input. I hope you get it professional, not personal. Please get every information like you're getting from the community or from an art director or from me. Please get it like professional. You do not have to change anything. If you really, really do not want to remove something, please keep it in. It's your decision. Okay. Like I always say, design is always decision making. So yeah, for now, I'm out. Thank you very much for being here. And next Tuesday, I will sculpt again something for you. Okay. Thank you very much and bye bye.